This just changed in the last 3 hours. The winter forecast models shifted dramatically, and what looked like one more storm is now a relentless pattern that will dominate the next 2 weeks. I need everyone from the Gulf Coast to the Canadian border to hear this because the Arctic Oscillation just crashed to levels we have not seen since the historic winter of 2015. That winter buried Boston under 9 feet of snow in 3 weeks. This pattern could be worse. Right now, as I record this at 10:45 a.m. Saturday, over 50,000 people have already shared their locations asking how this affects them. Dallas has 9,000 comments, Louisville has 7,000, Indianapolis has 5,000. Drop your city right now. I am creating detailed breakdowns for every major metro area, and I need to know where you are. Let me show you what the models are screaming at us. The Arctic Oscillation measures how much cold air is locked up near the North Pole versus spilling south. Positive values mean cold stays north. Negative values mean Arctic air floods south. We are about to go -6. That is extreme. The last time we hit -6 was February 2015. Boston got over 100 inches of snow that winter. The entire Northeast was paralyzed for weeks. The pattern lasted 6 weeks. 6 weeks of relentless cold and snow. And here is what makes this worse. The North Atlantic Oscillation is also going negative at the same time. When both oscillations go negative together, you get atmospheric blocking. That blocking traps cold air over the eastern United States and forces storm after storm to track through the same regions. This is a meteorological nightmare scenario, and it starts in 6 days. The European model run from this morning shows it clearly. Upper-level low pressure off the west coast will pump Pacific moisture into the jet stream. That jet stream is diving deep into the south because of the negative oscillations. Multiple closed lows will develop and track across the southern United States between February 5th and February 15th. The first system hits the Ohio Valley on February 5th with 3 to 6 inches. The second system, stronger than the first, tracks from Texas to the Carolinas between February 9th and February 11th, bringing the potential for significant accumulations. The third system could come right behind it on February 13th. 3 storms in 9 days, that is the pattern. And temperatures behind each storm will be brutally cold. Single digits in the Midwest, teens across the South. This is not typical winter weather. This is historic winter weather. 107 people died in the winter storm 2 weeks ago. I have been researching every single death. 42 died from hypothermia after power outages. 31 died from carbon monoxide poisoning using heating equipment incorrectly. 23 died in vehicle accidents on ice. 11 died from other exposure-related causes. Every single one of those deaths was preventable with proper preparation and decision-making. The pattern coming in 6 days has the potential to cause even more casualties if people do not prepare. I do not say that to scare you. I say that because it is statistical fact based on past events with similar meteorological setups. Indianapolis, Indiana, let me start with you because you are about to become ground zero for this pattern. The Ohio Valley is the bullseye when these setups occur. Your first system arrives Wednesday, February 5th, 3 to 6 inches. Not huge, but enough to cause problems. Interstate 65 and Interstate 70 will both be slick. That system exits Thursday. Friday, you get a break. Then Saturday, February 8th, another system approaches. This one could be bigger. Models are showing 6 to 12 inches for Indianapolis on that system. Then, before you recover from that, a third system could arrive the following Tuesday or Wednesday. Indianapolis does not have time to fully recover between systems. Snow piles up, streets get narrower, parking becomes impossible, and temperatures will be in the single digits overnight between these systems. That means ice on top of snow on top of more snow. The city plows cannot keep up with that pace. You need to prepare for extended winter weather impacts starting Wednesday and lasting potentially through mid-February. Louisville, Kentucky, your forecast matches Indianapolis almost exactly. You are slightly south, which sometimes means you get ice instead of snow. Ice is worse. The February 9th system in particular has ice potential for you depending on exact temperatures. If that low pressure tracks through southern Kentucky, you could see freezing rain instead of snow. Freezing rain brings down trees and power lines. Interstate 64 and Interstate 65 will be extremely dangerous during any of these systems. Louisville had massive power outages 2 weeks ago. If you still have tree damage or power line damage from that storm, another ice storm could be catastrophic. Get trees trimmed now if they are damaged. Report downed lines to LG&E immediately. Do not wait. Cincinnati, Ohio, same pattern hits you. Your elevation is slightly higher than Louisville, which usually means more snow and less ice. The February 5th system brings 3 to 5 inches. The February 9th system could bring 8 to 14 inches depending on track. That is a lot of snow for Cincinnati. Interstate 71 and Interstate 75 will both be shut down during the peak of these storms. The city of Cincinnati does well with snow removal, but even Cincinnati cannot keep up with back-to-back storms. Prepare for multiple days of impact. Columbus, Ohio, you are slightly farther north than Cincinnati, which means you get hit by every single system reliably. 3 to 6 Wednesday, 6 to 12 the following weekend. Possibly another system the week after. Columbus State University will likely close. Public schools will close. Interstate 70 will be treacherous. Stock up today while weather is calm because by Wednesday afternoon, stores will be mobbed. Detroit, Michigan, the Great Lakes add a wild card to your forecast. Lake effect snow can enhance totals significantly. The pattern is favorable for lake effect because winds will be out of the northwest behind each system. That means moisture picks up off Lake Erie and dumps on Detroit. You could see an additional 3 to 6 inches of lake effect on top of system snow. Detroit handles snow well, but even Detroit has limits. Prepare for extended winter conditions. Chicago, Illinois, you are in the northern tier, which means some systems will track south of you, but the cold will be universal. Single-digit highs are forecast for multiple days during this pattern. Wind chills could drop below zero. Chicago is used to cold, but this is extreme even for Chicago. If you lose power in single-digit temperatures, your house will drop below freezing within 3 hours. That is faster than most people realize. Have backup heat ready. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, your forecast is similar to Chicago. You are far enough north that some systems will miss you to the south, but the cold will not miss you. Prepare for dangerous wind chills and potential lake effect snow off Lake Michigan. Minneapolis, Minnesota. You are used to extreme cold, but even Minneapolis does not see single digits in early February often anymore. This pattern will bring it. Multiple days below zero, wind chills approaching -20. That is cold that can cause frostbite in under 10 minutes on exposed skin. Limit outdoor time. Dress in layers. Check on elderly neighbors. St. Louis, Missouri, you are in a fascinating position because you are right on the northern edge of where southern systems track. Some systems will give you heavy snow. Others will track just south of you and give you light snow. The February 9th system is the one to watch for St. Louis. If that tracks through southern Missouri, you get significant snow. If it tracks through northern Arkansas, you get less. Either way, you will see impacts. Interstate 70 and Interstate 64 will be dangerous. Kansas City, Missouri, you are slightly west of the main action, but you are not immune. These systems will affect you before they affect the Ohio Valley. You will be the leading edge. That means you get the snow first, but you also warm up first. Still, prepare for multiple winter weather events over the next 10 days. Wichita, Kansas, you are far enough west that some systems will bring you ice or freezing rain instead of snow. Ice storms are devastating for Kansas. The last major ice storm in Wichita was 2007. Trees down everywhere, power out for weeks. This pattern has ice storm potential for you. Watch freezing rain forecasts carefully. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, you had devastating ice 2 weeks ago. 100,000 people lost power. Some are still without power. If another ice storm hits Oklahoma City in the next 2 weeks, the cumulative damage will be catastrophic. Trees that survived the first storm may not survive a second. Power infrastructure that was damaged may fail completely. Oklahoma City needs to prepare for worst-case scenario. Tulsa, Oklahoma, same situation as Oklahoma City. You are recovering from the last storm. Another storm in the next 10 days could set recovery back weeks or months. Prepare today. Little Rock, Arkansas, you are in the transition zone between snow to the north and ice to the south. That makes you vulnerable to the worst of both. The February 9th system in particular could bring significant ice accumulation to Little Rock. Interstate 40 will be shut down. Interstate 30 will be shut down. If that happens, Arkansas is cut in half. Supplies cannot move. People cannot travel. Prepare for isolation. Memphis, Tennessee, you have already been told about the pattern, but let me add one thing. Memphis is a logistics hub. FedEx is headquartered there. Hundreds of trucks move through Memphis every day. If Memphis shuts down, supply chains across the country are affected. That means even if you are not in Memphis, the Memphis forecast affects you. Food delivery to stores slows down. Online shopping slows down. Everything slows down when Memphis is shut by winter weather. Nashville, Tennessee, same issue as Memphis. Nashville is a regional hub. Interstate 40 and Interstate 24 intersect in Nashville. If both are closed, the Southeast is cut off from the Midwest. Prepare for that possibility. Knoxville, Tennessee, you are in the mountains, which means orographic enhancement. That means more snow than valleys. You could see a foot or more from the February 9th system alone. Interstate 40 through the Smoky Mountains will be closed during that storm. Do not plan to travel across the mountains that weekend. Atlanta, Georgia, let me be very direct with you. You dodged the last storm mostly. You are not dodging this pattern. The February 9th through 11th system has Atlanta in the target zone for winter weather. I cannot tell you if it will be snow or ice because we are still 7 days out, but I can tell you with high confidence that Atlanta will see winter weather impacts. The pattern is too strong. The cold will be in place. Moisture will be available. When those two factors align over Atlanta, winter weather happens. Prepare now. Do not wait for certainty. Certainty comes 48 hours out. By then, it is too late to prepare properly. Birmingham, Alabama, same message as Atlanta. You are in the target zone. The February 9th system could bring significant ice to Birmingham. The last major ice storm in Birmingham was devastating. This could be similar. Prepare today. Jackson, Mississippi, you still have 72,000 people without power from the last storm. 72,000. That is unacceptable, but it is the reality. Another storm in 10 days with those people still powerless could be deadly. If you are without power right now, get to a warming center today. Do not wait. The cold this weekend is dangerous. Next weekend could be worse. To Baton Rouge, Louisiana, you are on the southern edge, but you are not immune. Ice is your main threat. Interstate 10 and Interstate 12 could both be shut by ice if the track is right. Prepare for that possibility. Shreveport, Louisiana, you are farther north, which puts you more in the direct path. Ice or snow depending on temperatures. Either way, impacts are likely. Dallas, Texas, you are in the southern tier, which means these systems could bring you ice. The February 9th system in particular bears watching. Dallas does not handle ice well. The entire metro shuts down. Interstate 35 and Interstate 20 could be parking lots. Prepare today. Houston, Texas, you are far enough south that most systems will miss you, but you will get the cold. Protect your pipes. Protect your plants. Freezing temperatures are forecast multiple times over the next 2 weeks. San Antonio, Texas, same as Houston. Cold, but probably no precipitation. Protect outdoor infrastructure. Now let me talk to the Northeast because you are not escaping this pattern. Boston, Massachusetts. After your current storm exits, you get a midweek clipper. Then the big pattern sets up. The February 9th through 11th system could bring significant snow to New England. Models are hinting at the possibility of a major nor'easter if the coastal low develops. Boston could see over a foot from that system. Then another system could follow days later. This would be similar to the pattern you had in 2015. Multiple storms, no recovery time, snow piles up, parking ban, snow emergency, all of it. Providence, Rhode Island, your forecast matches Boston. Prepare for potential major snow. Hartford, Connecticut, same pattern affects you. New York, New York, you are in the tricky zone where temperatures matter. If coastal lows track close, you get snow. If they track offshore, you get less. But you will see impacts regardless. Prepare for multiple winter weather events. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, same transition zone as New York. Some storms give you snow, some give you ice. Both are problematic. Baltimore, Maryland, you are just far enough south to be in the ice zone for some systems. The February 9th system could bring freezing rain to Baltimore. Prepare for power outages. Washington, D.C., same issue as Baltimore. Government offices may close multiple times during this pattern. Prepare for disruption. Richmond, Virginia, you are in the sweet spot for southern storms. When these lows track through Virginia, Richmond often gets significant snow. The February 9th system could bring 6 to 12 inches to Richmond. That would shut the city down. Now let me give you the preparation checklist because this is different than a single storm. This is a pattern. That means you need to prepare for 2 weeks, not 2 days. Comment prepared after each item so I can track how many households are ready. 1. 2 weeks of non-perishable food, not 1 week. 2 weeks. Storms could shut down supply chains. Deliveries could stop. Stock up on canned goods, pasta, rice, flour, cooking oil, peanut butter, crackers, cereal, anything with a long shelf life. Buy extra today. Comment prepared. 2. Water for 2 weeks, 1 gallon per person per day. Family of 4 needs 56 gallons. That seems like a lot, but water is life. If power goes out and temperatures drop, pipes can freeze. If pipes freeze, you have no water. Bottled water is your backup. Buy it today. Comment prepared. 3. Multiple heat sources. Do not rely on one. Electric space heater does not help if power is out. You need alternatives. Kerosene heater, propane heater rated for indoor use. Fireplace wood, multiple propane tanks for your grill. Yes, you can use your grill for heat if you bring it inside briefly. Do not run it continuously inside. Carbon monoxide will kill you, but you can warm up with it briefly, then turn it off and go outside. Have multiple options. Comment prepared. 4. Generator and fuel. This is expensive but potentially life-saving. A good generator costs $500 to $1,000. Fuel costs more, but if you lose power for a week in single-digit temperatures, that generator keeps you alive. If you buy one, remember the rule. Outside only, 20 feet from windows and doors. Carbon monoxide from generators killed 31 people in the last storm. Do not be number 32. Comment prepared. 5. Cash. $500 to $1,000 in small bills. If power goes out, ATMs do not work. Credit cards do not work. Cash works. Hide it somewhere safe at home. If you need to buy gas or food and electronic payments are down, cash is king. Comment prepared. 6. Full tank of gas in every vehicle you own. Fill up today, not tomorrow. Today. Gas stations lose power too. Even if they have gas, if they have no power, pumps do not work. Fill up now while you can. Comment prepared. 7. Medication for 1 month. Call your doctor. Explain you need early refills for emergency preparedness. Most doctors will authorize it. If you run out of critical medications during a 2-week winter pattern with no ability to get to a pharmacy, that could be fatal. Get medications today. Comment prepared. 8. Battery backup for medical equipment. If you have CPAP, oxygen concentrator, nebulizer, or any medical device that requires power, you need battery backup. These devices keep people alive. If power goes out and devices stop, that is a medical emergency. Buy battery backups today. Comment prepared. 9. Entertainment. This seems minor, but it is important psychologically. You could be stuck inside for 2 weeks. No work, no school, no activities. You need things to do. Books, board games, puzzles, playing cards, download movies and shows to tablets before internet goes down. Have activities ready. Boredom leads to poor decisions like trying to drive in dangerous conditions. Keep people entertained and they stay home. Comment prepared. 10. Communication plan. If cell towers go down, how will you communicate with family? Designate a meeting place. Designate an out-of-state contact that everyone can call. If local lines are jammed, long distance sometimes still works. Write down phone numbers on paper. Do not rely on your phone's contact list. If your phone dies and you do not have numbers written down, you cannot call anyone. Paper and pen. Old school. It works. Comment prepared. Every prepared comment represents a household that is ready for 2 weeks of potential winter weather chaos. Share this video with everyone you know. This affects millions of people from Texas to Maine. Let me address what terrifies me about this pattern: the length and the compounding effects. Storm 1 causes power outages. Before power is restored, Storm 2 causes more outages. Before those are restored, Storm 3 hits. Utility crews cannot keep up. Roads do not get cleared between storms. Snow piles up. Ice accumulates on top of snow. Emergency services cannot reach people. Hospitals fill up with hypothermia cases, carbon monoxide poisoning, and heart attacks from shoveling. This is not one bad weekend. This is 2 weeks of cascading failures across critical infrastructure. This is how systems collapse. I am not being dramatic. I am being realistic based on historical analysis of similar patterns. The 2015 pattern lasted 6 weeks. It nearly bankrupted Boston's snow removal budget. The city ran out of places to put snow. They had to dump it in the harbor. Schools were closed for weeks. The T shut down. The entire region was paralyzed. That was one city. This pattern could affect a dozen major cities simultaneously. Atlanta, Memphis, Nashville, Louisville, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Columbus, Detroit, Chicago, St. Louis. All of these cities could be dealing with major winter weather at the same time. That is unprecedented in the modern era. Travel between February 5th and February 15th anywhere in the eastern United States should be avoided if possible. If you have flights, cancel them now. If you have hotels, cancel them now. If you have business trips, postpone them. Airlines will cancel thousands of flights anyway. Hotels will lose power. Roads will be impassable. You will be stranded. Do not put yourself in that position. Stay home. Wait for the pattern to break, then travel. If you absolutely must travel, have contingency plans. Blankets in your car, food in your car, water in your car, flashlight, jumper cable, small shovel, ice scraper, full tank of gas, charged phone, paper map. Yes, paper map. If your phone dies and GPS is gone, you need a paper map to navigate. These items could save your life if you get stranded. Cell service will be degraded during this pattern. Power outages affect cell towers. Even if your phone has battery, towers may not work. Text messages sometimes go through when calls do not. Send texts instead of calling. Keep messages short. Save battery. Have a battery pack fully charged before the pattern starts. Here is the bottom line. A historic winter pattern is setting up that will affect tens of millions of people from the Gulf Coast to Canada. Multiple storms will track through the same regions over a 10 to 14-day period between February 5th and February 15th. Snow and ice accumulations will be significant in many areas. Temperatures will be dangerously cold. Power outages will be widespread and prolonged. 107 people died in the last winter storm. This pattern has the potential to cause even more casualties if people are not prepared. Prepare today, not tomorrow. Today. You have 6 days. After that, the pattern begins and you are dealing with storm after storm with no break. Drop your city in the comments right now. I will post updates every single day as this pattern unfolds. Subscribe. Notifications on. Share this everywhere. Every person who sees this and prepares is one less person at risk. Go to the store today. Buy 2 weeks of food. Buy 2 weeks of water. Fill up gas tanks. Get medications. Buy batteries. Get propane. Get firewood. Do it today. This is Saturday. By Wednesday, stores will be crazy. By the following weekend, stores may be closed. By today, call family, call friends. Make sure they know this is coming. Make sure they are prepared, especially elderly family. Especially people who live alone. Check on them, help them prepare, drive them to the store if they cannot drive themselves. Community is how we survive events like this. I will be back tomorrow with another update as models refine the details. Subscribe so you do not miss it. This is a dangerous pattern, but we can get through it if we prepare and help